week's episode of Naruto Shippuden, while Naruto is continuing to battle against the evil Kaguya, Hagoromo Otsutsuki decides to tell us the story about the very origins of the ninja world, and apparently how he was an avid bridge builder. That's right, one of the most powerful ninja from the entire series is going to tell us a story about building a bridge. While watching this week's episode of Naruto Shippuden, I was instantly reminded of the classic one-off Family Guy character, Buzz Killington, who always manages to walk in and just completely be a big buzzkill. It reminded me of his classic line, "Now who here likes to hear a good story about a bridge?" That's not to say that this week's episode of Naruto Shippuden is bad, far from it. In fact, it does a really great job of expanding on the very backstory of the Naruto universe. I just feel it's coming at a pretty awkward time when I was really just ready to see Naruto and Sasuke fighting against Kaguya. What they really should have done is they should have inserted this brand new backstory all about Hagoromo and his sons and how he founded the ninja world, included with the other Kaguya backstory. It would have made more sense in hindsight, and it wouldn't have killed the pacing of what is otherwise the big final battle of the series. But bitching aside, let's talk about some of the big elements of this episode. Right here, we are going to get to see how Hagoromo actually founded the ninja world. He originally leaves on his big journey to actually go and fix all of the lands which were destroyed in the battle with Kaguya, as well as trying to find a proper home for all of the tailed beasts, who unfortunately, they don't do much with these guys at all in this episode. Frankly, I would have loved to see an episode of just Hagoromo hanging out with all the baby versions of the tailed beasts. It would be something we've never seen before, and it would expand on their characters. Instead, we're introduced to this brand new character who goes by the name of Futami, who is a thief, who hangs out by this broken bridge, and when everybody tries to walk by, he claims that he's going to help them get across, but he ends up just stealing all of their shit. And when Hagoromo meets him, he decides that he's going to build the bridge, because it's literally going to extend the olive branch to the rest of the world. It's his first step towards peace, and Futami at first hates Hagoromo. Doesn't even like the guy at all, and I think it's a little weird that he doesn't question, like, hey, what's the deal with this guy who has horns, swirly eyes, and this weird thing on his forehead? But as the episode goes on, Futami is actually influenced by Hagoromo and decides to help him build the bridge, as well as all the other villagers who live near this river. And they build this amazing bridge, and that's pretty much that right there. But Futami decides that he's going to leave his life as a thief, and he decides to join Hagoromo. And little by little, Hagoromo keeps getting new followers, and he starts to build this big cult of ninjas, so to speak, and he starts to pass down his power to all of them, a power that he calls chakra. His big plan is that eventually, if everybody has chakra, they'll have a much stronger connection to each other, thus it's going to bring peace throughout the world. When Hagoromo's traveling around and followers are constantly joining his group, it kind of reminds me of that one scene from Forrest Gump where he decides to just go running and everybody just sort of blindly decides to follow him. However, Hagoromo's plan here is a little deeper than that, and he starts to build followings even in the hundreds, who all go off to their various respective lands to spread the good word of chakra and bring peace to the world, as well as trying to find proper homes for the tailed beasts, which eventually they do, but again, they don't really do much with them. They just sort of show us all of the various locations in which they're going to be living. Unfortunately for Hagoromo, if the future will tell us anything, it's that a lot of people who are evil and have darkness in their hearts will manipulate these creatures for their very own agendas. Thus, they will begin to not trust mankind anymore, bringing everything back to the war-torn way it used to be. We also get to see Hagoromo's sons Indra and Ashura, the souls which are constantly being reincarnated into different bodies. And it looks like the next episode is going to expand on these two characters quite a bit. A lot of stuff that you could have just inferred upon, but we're going to get more backstory on it whether you like it or not. So, what's the rundown on this episode of Naruto Shippuden right here? I actually didn't hate this episode. I actually do enjoy it. I like that they're expanding on the character of Hagoromo Otsutsuki, who is truly holding back so much power, and that's because, of course, he doesn't want to bring the world to ruin again. I mean, he probably could have built these bridges in like an instant, but instead, it was used as a tool to sort of bring everyone together, which is exactly what his overall plan is, even though it does sort of backfire in the future with Madara and Obito, and of course, the manipulation manipulation from Black Zetsu, who seems like he's going to have a much larger role in the next episode, and that's something that I'm really looking forward to seeing, how he sort of manipulated all of the events from the beginning of the series. If anything, this is a great history lesson for Naruto fans, and it's something that the anime fans are going to like, and something that the manga fans should definitely check out, especially if you want to learn a little bit more about the foundations of the Naruto universe. And of course, there's the overall theme of bringing everyone together and having a better understanding through the use of chakra. It's all, you know, sort of the same stuff that we've seen before, but it does a pretty good job, again, of expanding on the overall universe, which is exactly what these episodes here are for. Hagoromo and Hamura and everybody from their clan aside from Kaguya seems to be getting a lot of frickin' expansion. I really wish they would have gone this route with Kaguya, maybe spent a little more time with her. Unfortunately, that's just not the way things are going to be. I really hope, though, that when they finish up this little mini-arc, I have no idea how long it's going to go on for, that they just focus on the main story. Let's just get this thing done with. I mean, I'm just ready to get to the finale of this series at this point. Like, I'm ready to see the final battles, I'm ready to see the final action and the resolution, I'm ready to see that big the end at the very end of the Naruto series, so we can move on to bigger and better things, which is almost certainly going to be a Boruto anime spin-off. It's gonna happen, guys. Trust me. On the technical side of things, this was an okay-looking episode, with Hagoromo looking incredibly distinctive, and everybody else just looking like your run-of-the-mill background characters from the Naruto series, which is a big shame because Futami himself has a lot of personality, but just looks like every other random villager that we've seen from the series. Very little distinctiveness from them, and that's something that I have a big pet peeve with in a lot of other anime series, but I'm not going to fault it in this one, because still, this was a pretty pleasant episode of Naruto, although it did have some cringe-worthy dialogue. Hagoromo's cycle of goodness? That's just stupid. He could have worded it a little better, at least in my opinion. That being said, this was still a pretty good episode of Naruto Shippuden. Not exactly what I wanted, I just really want to get to the more action and the end of the series so we can finally get some resolution from this fucker. Still, this was a pretty good episode right here that any Naruto fan should at least watch once. So I am going to give this week's episode a 3 out of 5. Just a fun, average episode of Naruto Shippuden, which is expanding on the series, but not reinventing the wheel. So check it out, Naruto fans. You might see something you like. But if any of you guys did watch this week's episode of Naruto Shippuden, why don't you tell me what you thought about it in the comments section below? What do you think about this whole backstory of Hagoromo Otsutsuki and him going on his grand journey to connect the entire world with the power of chakra? What do you want to see from the backstories of Indra and Ashura and the rest of the Naruto Shippuden anime series? Please tell me in the comments section below. You guys are awesome! Thank you for watching this review. Make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and follow us on all of our social media outlets like Twitter and Facebook. You'll find links for all that stuff in the description box below. Thank you guys again for watching, and as always, stay dandy, baby!